This video is brought to you by Bitbox NES game cases, the best way to store, display, and show off your NES game collection. So be sure to check out StoneAgeGamer.com/Bitbox for more information. How's it going, gamers? My name is John with Gamester81.com. In this episode, I'll be reviewing the new PlayStation 4, simply known as PS4, probably better known as the PS4. This is considered the 8th generation of consoles. This is the 4th home console that Sony's produced in North America. First one obviously being PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4. No surprising they picked the PS4 name, of course. I'm sure the next one will be PS5. But technically, this isn't the 4th home console that Sony's actually made. They released a console in Japan. That was a home console, which would be technically the 4th one. I'll leave that to you guys to leave a comment below. Let me know if you guys know what system I'm referring to. But this came out November 15th of 2013, and in North America, retails for $309 US for this particular set I got. This bundle does not come with any games, in case you guys are wondering. I will do an unboxing and show you what came with this particular set. In this video, this is going to be part 1. I'll do an unboxing, kind of show an overview over the PS4 so you guys have a better understanding what the system's all about. In part 2, I'm going to show you some gameplay along with show you the dashboard and kind of operating system and when you boot up the game or boot up the system rather, and show you kind of how that works, and then share with you my first impressions and thoughts about the PS4. Let me show you now the box itself. As you can see, it's pretty plain. It kind of shows you the system. It shows you what the controller looks like. On this other side here, it shows you what's included in this particular bundle. And on the back, nothing really special about this particular side. And on the back, it shows you some characters from different guys. Some of them are exclusive, some aren't. You know, they got Assassin's Creed, which is on multiple platforms, of course. But you know, Watch Dogs, which is a really highly anticipated game coming out. And so there's going to be some really cool exclusives for this set. It's been since 2006 since we've seen the PS3, you know, when it entered the market. So it's been a while. It's been 7+ years since we've seen Sony's next entrance into the market. Let me show you now what's kind of included in this particular set. First, what's important are the connections. So you want to make sure, you know, you have the HDMI cables. This connects to the console, to the TV. There's no AV out. Okay, so you need a flat panel television really to play this. They do have adapters. You can buy third-party adapters for HDMI to AV connections, but you're going to lose a lot of quality. This thing doesn't play any more better. The graphics are obviously in HD, 1080p, but doesn't play any sharper than that, where the Xbox One supposedly can do a little bit more, you know, can evolve to have better, sharper graphics than just 1080p. PS4 will play 1080p on your TV, and of course 720 if you have a 720 television. Another connection that you need, of course, it's really important, is the mini USB. And what this is, it connects to your controller. So the controller has a lithium battery, so that just like the DualShock 3 controller on the PS3 would have battery. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you, how long the battery life for the controller works. I can tell you from personal experience, it's pretty good. We're talking hours, so it's not a huge deal. It's a nice long cable, so you don't have to be really close to the TV in case you need to plug it in, which is of course convenient. You also, speaking of controller, it comes with some really cheap headphones. It comes with one earpiece, and it has a little microphone here on and off. To play online, it's free. It's not like Xbox Live Gold or anything like that, but they do have a PlayStation Plus membership, which I recommend you guys check out. It's less expensive annually than the Gold account, and they give you free games every month, and there's some perks and benefits for being a PlayStation Plus member, so I encourage you guys to do that. I also encourage you guys, if you are big online gamers, definitely invest in some more different headsets, because this is really flimsy and cheap. They have better ones that will you know, can go over your head and stuff like that, which would be a lot better, because this is really cheap, unfortunately. And a controller, of course, which I'm going to show you a closer look at here later on the review, and kind of show you how it's a little bit different than the DualShock 3, because it is. The PS3 DualShock 3 remote controller is not compatible on the PS4. Vice versa, this is not compatible on the PS3. You, of course, have some instructions and stuff like that, and warranty guide and stuff like that. Different languages, French, English, and of course, you have the console itself. This thing's actually pretty well built. It does have a power cord that comes with it, which is important, obviously, to plug into the power outlet. Same connection looks like as even like the PS2. The actual bulk of that is actually built into the PS4 itself. Like just like the PS3, you don't have the big bulky brick like you do with the 360 and Xbox One, which is nice. I like that. And yeah, this thing is actually pretty well built. It's pretty heavy. And let's take a closer look at this now, as well as the controller. Okay, now a closer look at the console itself. This thing is actually pretty well built. You get kind of you got a matte finish, and you got a nice slick finish here. The discs actually plug in. In case you guys are curious, it plugs in right here. It took me a while to find the on-off button on the physical system itself. It's very small. It's actually right here. Okay, and then this is your eject button right here, so you can kind of wave your finger over there and it'll power on and eject the discs. On the back side, really nothing much. Get the little PS4 logo. On the bottom and top, same thing. You got some vents here, ventilator. I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to, if you're supposed to stand this up and play it like this, or if you're supposed to lay it down. I'm guessing you're supposed to lay it down for both vents to kind of breathe. That's how I would recommend it. You have in the front also 2 USB connections. So you use this for various devices, various peripherals. I believe the eye connects this way, as well as your controller to plug it in, your remote to charge it, the lithium battery. Okay. And on the back, you also have other connection ports. So as I mentioned before, it doesn't have AV out. There are adapters you can purchase separately for that, but you lose video quality. This is where your power adapter would plug into, or the power cord. HDMI out. This is for a LAN, for like internet. If it does Wi-Fi, of course, but you can connect it that way. And this is auxiliary out right here. So more fans, stuff like that. So again, probably recommend you play when you use it. Probably lay it down so it can breathe, doesn't overheat. But I've not heard of any overheating issues with the PlayStation 4 or anything like that. Pretty solid overall system. Now, if you guys are curious as far as like the technical side of things with the PlayStation 4, CPU is 2 quad-core Jaguar modules. The GPU is 18 compute units with 8 gigs of GDDR5 memory. That's actually 16 times greater than the PS3. It has an optical drive, Blu-ray drive, which I mentioned before, which is 3 times faster than the PS3. It's not able to render any more than 1080p. The USB ports in the front are USB 3.0 ports. And it hasn't launched yet, but they're going to come out with a suspended mode, so you're able to actually, my understanding is you can continue a game, it kind of goes into sleep mode, and you can boot it back up and it will continue where you left off in the game, which is kind of cool. Now let's take a closer look at the controller. So here's a closer look at PS4 controller. As you can see, it looks very similar at first glance than the PS3 DualShock. Some differences though. First big difference is this touchscreen right here. So also clicks as an action button. You no longer have a start and select, you have the option buttons right here, and that works both. And you have a share button here where you can share, you can stream to Twitch, Ustream, share on your Facebook, social media, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. PlayStation home button, it takes you to the home menu. Dual analog, these actually click in like normal. There's 2 like vibrating things here that actually vibrate the control like dual separately, which is different, so it's nice. So left and right can dual separately, so depending on how you're playing it. You also notice right here, this changes color. Let me turn this on. System's not on, but this actually glows a solid line when the system is on. You can turn the system on using the PlayStation Home and turn it off using that as well. This I've seen change different colors depending on what it does. I've seen it orange, I've seen it blue, I've seen it white like this. I like the R2 buttons right here. It works through Bluetooth 2.1 technology. Have you noticed everything's blue now? You got Bluetooth, Blu-ray, all that. Notice the speakers, yeah, you can actually hear some of the games through here as well, through the controller, which is really cool. And if you have a camera for the PlayStation 4, you can use this to interact with the camera. So there's like augmented reality. You can use this to control the augmented reality, kind of like a PlayStation Move remote. So same kind of technology as a PlayStation Move right here, and this syncs up with the camera. So that retails separately. I believe that's around $60 US to buy the camera. Doesn't come packed in with the system, unlike the Kinect, as comes with the Xbox One. I'm sure Sony did that to save costs, and so it wouldn't cost us as much initially. I want to correct myself as well. Earlier in the video, I said this connects to a mini USB. This is actually a micro USB port. It's different than the PlayStation 3. So this is to charge and connect to the PS4. So it is a micro USB, which is different than a mini USB. I know it's kind of confusing, but I just wanted to correct myself there early in the video. Overall, pretty solid controller. Well, guys, that concludes part 1 of my review over the PlayStation 4. I'll put a link to part 2 here. In part 2, I showed some gameplay as well as a kind of overview over the dashboard, show you how the system boots up and what it looks like, so you can kind of see for yourself, as well as share my final thoughts and first impressions over the PS4. If you guys want to stay connected, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch TV, as well as my website, Gamester81.com. I'll put links below to all those. Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you guys think of the PlayStation 4 so far. If you guys have one, let me know. And we'll see you soon. Happy gaming. Take care.